Hello. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to choose a simple random sample using a table of random digits. In your textbook, this is found in table D and labeled as table D. Again, the purpose of using the table of random digits is for us to be able to choose a simple random sample. And this table is organized in such a way that it will lead to a simple random sample every time as long as we use it correctly. The first step is to apply labels or assign labels to every individual in the population. Those labels need to be of the same length. They need to all either be 1 digit or all be 2 digit or all be 3-digit labels, etc. There should be no mixture of 1-digit labels. Next, we want to explain how to use the table. This should be a written protocol that gives very specific instructions to your audience so that your audience can replicate your method and be able to choose the same individuals that you have chosen to participate in the sample. We should make sure that we discuss when to stop sampling, as well as what to do with numbers that fall outside of the range of our labels or numbers that are repeated. Lastly, we want to talk about identification. Once we've chosen those labels, we want to make sure that we tie them back to the context and specifically identify those subjects or individuals that have been selected to participate in our sample. Here's the example from your textbook. The school newspaper is planning an article on family-friendly places to stay over spring break at a nearby beach town. The editors intend to call 4 randomly chosen hotels to ask about their amenities for families with children. They have an alphabetized list of all 28 hotels in the town. And so let's take a look. In the problem, we were told to choose line 130 of table D. It doesn't matter what line you choose in actuality, but if you're told to choose a certain line, make sure that that's the one that you use. Notice that we have all of the names of the hotels listed, and they've all been given labels that go from 1 to 28. But notice at 10, these are traditionally 2-digit numbers, but 1 through 9 are traditionally 1-digit numbers. And so to make sure that all of our hotels in our population have the same number of digits, we put zeros in front of those single digits so that we can all have 2-digit labels. The table D gives the numbers in groups of 5, but that doesn't mean that's the way you have to use them. Remember, we have 2-digit labels. So let's go ahead and separate those digits of line 130 into 2-digit groups. I only had enough room to stop at 20, but that will be enough for what we have to do today. So as we begin, we read these digits 2 at a time. So we begin with 69, which is higher than 28. It's not one of our labels, so we can't use it. The next label we get to is 05. That corresponds to Beach Castle, so Beach Castle is one of the hotels that will be chosen. Our next label is 16. That corresponds to the Radisson, so we'll choose that hotel as well. Then we have label 48, which does not exist for our population of hotels. Then we come to label 17, which corresponds to the Ramada Hotel. Next is label 87. Again, we have no hotel with label 87. And then we come across 17 again. Now that's a repeat. We've already chosen the Ramada Hotel, so there's no reason for us to choose it again. Then you'll notice that we have label 40, doesn't exist. 95 does not exist. 17 has already been chosen. 84 does not exist. 53, 40, 64, 89, and 87 again do not exist in our labels. The last one we get to is label 20, which corresponds to the Sea Club Hotel. And so as a result, we'll have our SRS of 4 hotels for the editors will be Beach Castle, the Radisson, the Ramada, and Sea Club. That ends this example. Again, please watch as many times as you like. Post any comments or questions that you have, and I'll be more than happy to answer those. And I will see you next time.